Hi there, this is Lon. I just wanted to put together a quick little tutorial because a lot of people have been asking me how to do it. And in the interest of making VRChat have lots of fancy new models and avatars for people because everybody loves having their own avatar, I figured I'd post a little video tutorial on how to get Miku Miku Dance avatars into Unity and then export them into VRChat. It's actually pretty easy, so I'm going to walk you through it. You need a couple of things. First of all, you need Unity, of course, so you got to go and download the latest version of Unity Personal, and 5.1.1 works just fine. Then you want to go over to vrchat.net, and you want to grab, under the Create section, you want to grab the VRChat Unity SDK. We were not going to install this just yet because we have to get something else first. So you want to go over to stereoarts.jp and pick up the MMD for mechanism. Now, this is a really useful tool that actually allows you to take the proprietary Miku Miku Dance format PMX and bring it into Unity. And you can use this for all kinds of stuff. Of course, you know, I expect you guys to respect the copyright holders of people who might have these. A lot of these are fan made, but some of them are, legitimately ripped from games and that sort of thing. So you have to be kind of careful. Don't try not to use it in anything commercial, but as an avatar, I don't think anybody would really mind. Another good thing to do is find a resource for Miku Miku Dance models. So Citrusmoothie itself is a really good site to do this, citrusmoothie.tumblr.com, and you can find all kinds of new MMD models on here pretty much every day. A lot of time they're going to have passwords on them. Some of them are actually kind of hard to find. What they'll do is they'll usually embed the password somewhere in Japanese on there, and it can be difficult. Sometimes you have to watch a video on Niku Niku Dogu. If the password's really hard to find, sometimes they'll be stored here on this page. They'll actually say, pass look here, that sort of thing, or they'll actually just put the pass in plain text. A lot of them are password protected because people are pretty serious about the copyright of their models. They don't like people remixing them or basically utilizing their hard work. Some of these models are incredibly detailed, and that's one of the reasons why people like to use them so much. But people don't want to have them stolen. Unfortunately, there's no real copyright protection inside of Miku Miku Dance, so it makes it really difficult. So they just make it kind of tough to download them. But try to respect the author. If you ever get told not to use it, don't. But essentially, this is a good site for finding them. So I have Belle Cranel here from Danmachi, or Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? I'm going to show you how to do this. So you want to start a new Unity project, and you click Create Project. Obviously 3D. Call it whatever you want. Load this up. And then you got to do a couple of things. You got to import the StereoArts MMD for mechanism Unity asset file. So you want to go to Import Package, and then you want to go Custom Package, and it's going to be in your Downloads folder wherever you put it. And I think they've got the latest version in here. Yeah, there we go. And then open this up, and then choose your Unity package and hit OK. This is going to take forever. It's a very big package. I'm going to hit Import. And it's going to insert a bunch of scripts, the Bullet XNA physics engine, and a bunch of nice shadering stuff that they do. Now, there's a few caveats to the way this works, but I'll show you how to get around them. So essentially, you've got your MMD4 mechanism now in here, and what you want to do is you actually want to save your project and exit. Then you want to restart Unity. All right, so once you've got Unity back open, bring up your project file again, and it's good to go. One of the reasons why you have to do that is just because the MMD4 mechanism script is not very friendly if you don't reload it. So now you got to bring your avatar in. So you just right-click on your assets folder here, click Show and Explorer, and you go into your assets folder, and you grab your MMD model unzipped. You want to Control-C and then Control-V it in here, because otherwise you'll lose your copy. When you bring Unity back up, it's going to import. Here he is. And you're going to see the Unity icon right here on your PMX if everything is working properly. This is the README file, and they even have some agreements here. Please don't use this for commercial stuff. Hit OK. You can go to advanced mode if you want. You don't have to. You can go to materials as well and change some of the shaders. This is actually important for a few things, and I'll show you why in a couple of minutes, but you can leave the defaults and just process it. So it actually runs this command line application, PMX2FBX. which creates your model that is usable in everything. FBX files are usable in Blender and Unity and Unreal and anything you want, really. So it's going to go ahead and create this file, and I'm going to have this object right here. It's going to import some stuff, create some textures for me, and now I have Bell Crannel here. So I can take him. I got to do a couple of things. Animation type is going to be humanoid, because you have to do this for VRChat avatars. And then you want to create it from this model, hit apply. And it's going to find actually all of his bones and various other things that make PMX files so awesome. Then you just take this avatar, you drag it into the scene like that, and there you go. This one was really easy. He's now in here, and now you can do the VRChat avatar stuff. Really, really easy to put together. This one was simple, and the textures worked. So that's one of the best things about these. Sometimes the textures will work. A lot of times the textures will not work, and that is a problem. It's usually got something to do with the fact that a lot of times the textures are written in Japanese, and the textures themselves will actually be missing. The paths won't work properly. So even if you have Japanese character support, when they're zipped, the zip does not like the Japanese characters very well, and all the textures will be broken, and then you have to manually put them in. But the next step is to actually go into Assets, Import Package, Custom Package, and then you want to go ahead and find your VRChat SDK. VRChat, there we go, and it's going to insert this. Now, one of the things I actually don't like about the VRChat SDK is they included a couple of MP3 files that I don't think are used anywhere. I'm not exactly sure why they're part of the SDK, and I think it increases the size of it. So this song here and a couple other ones, I think it actually increases the size of the VRChat SDK unnecessarily, and it also has to deal with processing these files when you export, which is kind of annoying. But hopefully they'll get on that and remove them from the SDK. There might be a reason for it. I really don't think that there is, but there might be a reason for it. So we just go ahead and get this imported. And then you got to do a couple of things. So you're going to click on your model here. You're going to click Add Component. You're going to click Scripts, VRC SDK2, VRC Avatar Descriptor. And then what you're doing this on the root of your avatar. What you've got here is the name, and you can call it whatever you want. We'll call it Bell. If it's NSFW, you don't really have to deal with that. So you're going to set it as male if it's male. Sometimes male works better for female models as well, because it changes the positioning of their hands when it's exported. Now, the view position is the most important thing. This is where your Oculus Rift will sit the screen window. This is where your viewport is. Obviously, this is his forehead, so we don't want that. 1.6 looks not too bad. Maybe 1.5, maybe 1.8, 1.58. That's pretty good. So basically, we're holding right-click here and using WASD to fly around, and we're just making sure that the viewport is in front of his face and about 0.2 Unity units or 0.15 Unity units if you want to get a little bit closer. 0.2 is pretty good. I think for this one I'll do 0.18. And that's it. You're done. There's nothing else to it. You just want to make sure that the mouth open. This is when you're talking, your mouth will move properly. Hopefully you have a facial blends jaw down. If the PMX model imported correctly, you will have that, which is great because then everything just works. So you go over to your VRChat button here at the top and you click Build Custom Avatar from Selection and put it on your desktop or wherever you want to call it, Bell. There you go. And it'll export along with all those lovely MP3s. But that's it. That is how you take a Miku Miku dance model in less than 10 minutes and export it into a VRChat avatar. The other thing you got to know to do here is you also have to take your VRCA file and make it a web accessible link. Now I have a personal website that I can host them on for myself, which makes it really, really easy. You can use a Google Drive link, but you have to know what the absolute link actually is. If you don't know that, you're going to have a problem. But other than that, that's pretty much it. You'll have your VRCA file, find a place to host it, and then link that in the custom section of VRChat and enjoy your new avatar.